Seen that one yet. Hey guys, welcome to tonight's live feed. Got a question for you tonight.
Here we are.
What are the 3 easiest ways to put striper in your boat this spring and summer, not only on Lake Tawakoni, but any area of the lake that you fish? On tonight's live feed, we're going to talk about those 3 easiest ways. Mr. Mike T, Miss Terry, and Mr. Noel are going to chime in and give you guys the best methods putting fish in your boat this summer on tonight's live feed. Welcome tonight. Can't wait to get this thing started.
Again, welcome to tonight's live feed. We're really glad that you guys are here. And we are going to be talking about some really cool ways for you to put striper in the boat this summer. Hybrid striper and white bass. So be thinking about what those might be. We're also going to give away some stuff tonight, and Noel is somewhere.
He's not ready to give anything away yet.
What?
Hold on just a second.
Oh, okay. Is everything working?
We're still
Can y'all
working.
hear
Everything's
us?
good.
Can y'all see us? Is everybody good?
Everything's good. There we go.
Gotta make one small adjustment.
Just
here,
had to make
folks.
an adjustment. There
Did
we
we
go.
fix it?
Okay, here we go.
What's up, y'all? How's everybody doing? Welcome back to this live feed with the Littlejohn family. We're having a good time, so remember those likes, those shares. My Latino people, where you guys at? Shout out to everybody. Let me know where you're from, where you watching from. Don't forget to like and share. Giveaway soon to come.
Giveaways.
You gonna give a lake report here?
I can. Yep.
All
right.
Doesn't matter.
Guys, the lake.
Give a fishing report. He's gonna
Yep.
give a lake
Mr.
report.
Mike T is getting ready to give an awesome fishing report, and I can't wait to hear this too because I got a trip tomorrow, and I want to get this lake report to find out exactly where these fish are. But in the meantime, guys, Lake Tawakoni is on a big change as far as itself, and I want to report back real quick and tell you what the lake level is, kind of what the lake's doing, whether it's clear, it's stained, and all that. The Lake Tawakoni right now is about 4.5. Actually, it's more like 5.5 inches high right now, and we've come down a couple of inches. We got some rain in the watershed. Mike was talking about it raining up in Greenville a few hours ago, but I really think it was a light rain. I don't think we're going to see the lake on the rise. She's on the fall right now. She was 7 inches high yesterday. She's down to about 5.5 inches today. But here's the deal about Lake Tawakoni on the lake report itself. The lake is still very stained. Other than the immediate south end of the lake, which is going to include the spillway, areas around Holiday Marina over towards Tallman and further south back towards the SRA, those areas are moderately stained to moderately looking good. Everything else from about that line going north is dang near chocolate milk. If you're catfishing,
Wait a minute. There he's back.
Don't touch the freaking phone!
This is.
Oh my God!
Where's the duct tape?
Okay.
I'm just trying to help out. Candace was saying something, so I was trying
We
to.
got a lot of people feeding stuff
sorry.
right here, so we got to scroll down every once in a while. It confuses him.
Shout out to Paul Dodson all the way from
He can only
California.
cast one rod at a time, guys. So,
Right. Oh my God.
but anyway, what he was saying was the lake is pretty well stained up north. However, this evening we did have a north wind blowing in, so that may blow some more stained water back to the south end of the lake. As far as the fishing goes, let me tell you guys, it just doesn't get any hotter than what's going on right now. And we actually have a few openings. Thursday,
yeah, and next
we
week
have an
got some
opening,
dates.
and then next week we have some openings. The weekends are kind of booked up, but you can go to TawakoniGuideService.com and you can check out. You just click on the kind of trip you want, whether it's a full day or half day, multi-species. We're not doing much cat fishing as far as the trophy cat stuff goes right now. So go to the website, click on either full day, half day. Pick out the guide you want, and then it'll show the schedules. Off those schedules, click a date that works for you, it works for us, and we're good to go. If not, make sure you call Terry or text her at 903-441-3937, and you can make sure you get on that trip as well. Like I said, we have a few openings. The stripers are going nuts right now, guys. Hybrids, whites, They're just we're catching hundreds of them a day, and that's not an exaggeration. Just
The best thumb.
Fish thumb.
my fingers are pretty well tore up.
Yeah.
So
Real quick, let me do some quick shout outs. Arlene Macias, thank you so much for tuning in to this live feed. We got Sherry Moore, Paul Dodson, Randy Duke. How's it going, buddy? Thank you so much for tuning in today. So everybody out there, let us know where you're from. Like and share this feed.
And by the way, Randy, you were real close on that guess the weight thing, but you were just a tick off.
Oh.
I'm sorry, buddy.
Just a tick. A tick
You
too
know,
little.
that's a good one to win. The Guess the Weight contest is a really good
It
one to
is.
win.
Guess the weight's
RSR is always
It
putting out
is.
good stuff out
Yeah.
there.
We're getting-
Speaking of giveaways,
Yeah.
Terry's going to give some stuff away right now.
Okay, so like every week we ask you guys to like and share, and so I'm going back over last week's share, and we're going to give away some net gaiters. So one of the shares from last week was Katie Wilson Robinson. So Katie, you won a net gator, Lake Tawakoni God Service net gator. So just message me on Facebook and give me your address, and I'll get this out to you. So
Go,
y'all
Katie.
continue to like and share, and we're going to continue to give away some.
Hey, tell
good
everybody how to
stuff.
like and how to share this video right now. How do you
I think
do
it's
that?
bottom right. There's a share button. Hit a button.
Yep.
Bottom left.
Bottom left?
Bottom left?
Okay, bottom.
Bottom left is share.
that over there?
Bottom right is live.
Is that the share? Is it over there?
think-
Is it over there?
Where's the deer?
It's at the bottom.
Where's the deer?
It's at the bottom. Just share.
Hey, if you know how to tune into Facebook by now on our live feed, surely you know
Yeah,
how to like
hit
it.
that
Okay,
like
hold on a
button.
second. I have a question.
Y'all hit that like button
They're
right
hitting that
there.
like
There
button
they
right
go.
there.
There
Okay.
they go.
Firing up. There we go.
I have a question. Why is everybody talking about a prop?
What's the deal
Are we
with the
talking
prop?
about what?
How's your prop?
Oh, yeah.
How's
Somebody probably seen
How's the prop?
live, or
Give
somebody
Terry
probably
a
tuned
towel?
into Facebook. Yeah, that. Yeah, I'm gonna let
Is
them
Terry
explain.
dry
This is
yet?
This,
I'm dry.
Hey,
What I want
It was
to
pretty funny,
know,
though.
who was in control of the prop?
Hey,
it may be a domestic dispute going on.
all I can tell you is 300 horsepower prop on a camera is pretty serious,
Let
man.
me tell you, when I was
I
videoing
really,
the prop
babe, I have
for
to tell
him,
you something. I did not mean to hit you like that. I
You were trying to
promise.
get the birds, right?
right? Well, let me tell you this: when that when that water hit me, I had my phone out like this. My phone went from here to here in 1.2 seconds. So just saying. Anyway, so
The
Katie
prop is
Wilson, here we
fine.
go.
The prop is
Everybody-
good.
Hey, the
Everybody's
prop-
good.
Evidently, the prop is perfect.
It's still on the Yamaha, and it's going to work tomorrow.
That's right.
It normally.
You cannot outrun the
Michael's
prop. I've been there
sleeping
before.
situation
Yeah.
may not be very
If
good.
anybody has a couch for sale
Yeah,
or needs to be
for rent,
for
something
rent,
like
I'd be
that.
happy to talk to you
Yeah.
guys
Because
later.
the prop is fine, but
Actually, I was
this-
laughing really hard.
The
but
doghouse is going to be occupied.
Yes,
That's
yes,
all.
it
I
is.
was actually laughing really hard. I had my hair was sticking to my face, and what was funny is when I looked up, and of course I was looking for him because I was going to get him. But I looked over at the boat ramp because he was toting the boat around to put on the trailer, and all I could see was white teeth because he was laughing so hard.
I did not. I was laughing with you.
Yeah, but that's okay.
Guys, if you're wondering what she's talking about, today, after our trip, Mike had a trip today. Noel was off hanging with his family. I had a trip. We just got done cleaning, I don't know, 200 or 300 fish. And I backed the boat into the slip, raised up the motor, asked my wife to look at my prop, and when she looked at it, I kind of gave it a little gas. And when I gave it a little gas, it shot a little water to her way. And if you haven't seen the video, it's
Yeah.
actually on our Facebook.
4,500 RPM on a 300 horsepower Yamaha. Little bit of gas.
A little bit of gas, a little bit of water, back towards her. So if you want to see that video, check it out on our Facebook, just right below this feed right here. You can jump down there after this feed is over and take a look.
So if somebody asks you to look at their prop, don't.
No way.
Hey, okay.
No way.
Oldest trick in the guidebook right there. Just beware.
Hey, Mike Thompson, this is Michael tonight when he goes to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, one eye open, baby.
One eye open right there.
Do we have a
everybody's-
comeback?
Everybody's waiting for me to do something to you tonight. I mean, it's on the feed, but
It's not going to be tonight. I know her. She's going to wait at least a couple of weeks
Or
and
months.
Something's real. Stick around. Something's coming. That should be tonight's hook right there. I'm telling you. Stick around, folks. We're going to see what the comeback is to what Michael
he's
pulled
he's
earlier.
definitely
today.
afraid of spiders, so
Boys.
I'm probably gonna do like a spider thing, maybe. maybe
Something's
not.
going to happen today. Stick around. We're going to be right back. We'll be right back twice. 1, 2, 3. Here we go.
Oh my God. Let's do the caption this. Okay, who's doing the caption? Is you?
You're doing the
Who
caption.
the caption is?
I am captioning this.
Well,
What is the caption?
Yeah, what is the caption?
For new
this?
viewers, what is the caption? Noel, you look white.
Back up. He's a little washed out.
little blanco, a little wedo.
I look a little bit little. And shout out to my gente
Ah,
latina.
there you go. That's clean.
All right, let's see it right here.
That's
The caption is a big old giant striper, right?
No.
No, caption
Birds.
is.
The birds.
Oh, that's right. I was late on that.
Remember,
Yeah.
the
You were late
caption.
tonight. Here we
All right.
The caption this contest
What is the caption of this contest?
It's all the birds out there on the water.
What does it mean though?
You
You
can-
put your name in a hat.
Oh
you
yeah,
caption
you
it.
get a chance to win a giant catfish trip in the month of December. So whenever your name goes in the hat, guess what? When December comes around, we're going to draw. So somebody's going to caption this.
We can see you over there, Michael.
Can you?
Wow.
Go!
Hey, we got gumbo.
Next week, caption that right there.
Yeah.
Where'd it go? Right there. But yeah, you do a comment, caption this, and whatever the best caption it is, then we'll pick one from there. But this week's caption this was the bird schooling. Now, with that being said, whenever you see bird schooling, what's going on? What do you think is going on out there? I want to see some of them comments on there right here in your comment line. I'll tell you a little bit about the birds. When birds are schooling, hybrids, stripers, sand bass, they're going crazy. They're feeding. Your hybrid sand bass, they're pushing the bait up, the birds are diving, and they're just catching bait left and right. You can see the water boil, the huge splashes, and you're just going to cast out there, left or right, or bounce that RSR or slure slap through the bottom. And what's going to happen? We're just going to
You're
catch.
gonna hook up, and then you're gonna start reeling them in.
Yeah, so you definitely want to pay attention to the birds. So, birds is a great key to getting to, some giant sand bass and hybrids and stripers. So definitely pay attention to that.
And so the winner. Who's
The winner for the caption of this week is, man, I was looking at that bowl over there. It looks good.
You're
It looks
worried about the
good.
gumbo over here. Hold on.
Let's see. Roman Dominguez. Roman Dominguez, caption this. Eres el gran ganador de esta semana.
What did he say?
And he said,
Texas Boat Show advertisement.
that's pretty much right. Because whenever those birds start working like that, people swarm to them and stuff.
That's right.
And it's pretty much a Texas boat show going on.
Hey,
out
you know
there.
what? Whenever
That's exactly
you
right.
see the boat show, that's another thing you want to stick to.
And part of that,
Stay away from my boat, though. I feed the birds.
part of us talking about that though, to just say, if you do see that going on, don't get on your big motor and run right up in the middle of them. If you
That's
do,
right.
you're not going to ruin it for yourself. You're going to ruin it for everybody around you.
Absolutely.
Stop at least 100 yards outside those birds if you got pretty windy conditions. If it's calm conditions, even further than that. When you see those birds working, I know everybody wants to get excited and run right up in the middle of them. If you do that, I promise you, nobody's going to catch fish around you. You're going to spook that school. That school's going to go back down. They're going to go 700 yards the opposite direction. So just be aware, when you see that kind of boat show stuff or the big birds working, it's fine to come in there and get close to us. We don't mind that at all. There's plenty of fish for
I
everybody.
mind.
Come in, but if you come in easy on an idle, shut it off, get on your trolling motor, come up there to us. We don't mind you being ever how far from us, as long as you don't disturb the school. And then everybody will catch fish, folks. I'm going to tell you.
And you know what?
And we see that all the time. So just be careful.
That's a great point. But also, when you get in there and you limit out, when you're done and you catch all your fish, don't crank your engine on and just take off. Just the way you got in there.
Exact same way.
Use your trolling motor
Leave the opposite
and
direction.
live the opposite direction.
Troll in, troll out.
Exactly.
Yep.
Troll out of there because other people haven't, caught enough fish. So just give a chance. Be respectful. Let other people catch fish too. Troll out of there and everybody's happy.
That's right.
Right on.
And we had talked about the 3 ways to make sure you're going to put stripers in the boat, because this is the time we're doing the stripers, hybrids, white bass fishing. So the 3 of them that we're kind of going to go over is Michael's going to talk a little bit about a technique that we use as far as casting out and reeling in. It's not as easy as we make it look sometimes, but it is pretty simple technique.
Yeah, so we're talking about the 3 easiest ways to put striper in the boat on your home lake, on Tawakoni, in lots of different situations. And I have to say that this technique works real well. It's a real broad technique that works well with white bass, hybrid striper. I've caught a lot of different fish in a lot of different seasons even. Warm water techniques, cold water techniques, and that's called the yo-yo. If you're not familiar with the yo-yo, simply if you don't throw a bait caster, I encourage you to get a bait caster. This technique is really hard to use with a spin cast or a spin cast or a spinning rod. It's going to work real well with a bait casting rod, and this is the way it's going to work. You're going to make a really, really long cast away from your boat. You're going to launch either an RSR slab. You can launch out a swim bait. Your choice of baits. You could even do this with an A-rig. You're going to launch this bait out as far as you can out away from the boat. Okay. When it hits the water, most people after it hits the water, they're going to click and engage their reel. Don't do that. Okay. Leave your bail open on an open spool and let that bait fall all the way to the bottom on an open spool. Okay. You're simply going to take, after your bait hits the bottom, either your slab, your swim bait, your A-rig, whatever it is you're throwing. It could be a Met spinner. It could be a jig. It could be anything.
Don't tell them all the lures. Just tell them the technique, okay?
Okay, gotcha.
You're giving away all our lures here. Just tell them the... I mean, we're giving you a lot of information here, showing you...
We are, absolutely.
How to wind it back
This is true. You know, I need to listen to these guys.
Slow down a little bit. So, we're going to get the duct tape out after...
I'm agreeing with you.
And I don't know what to do, guys. I don't know what to do.
Okay.
I don't know what to do. I don't even tell my guides this kind of information. Why am I telling the general public?
Exactly.
I can tell y'all that
So after you made your cast, simply, guys, take, and I want you to reel your bait caster about 5 or 6 reels at a medium speed, like this right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As soon as you get to that 5th or 6th revolution, boom, hit that button immediately. Because I guarantee you there's a fish following that lure and he hasn't bit it yet, but he's got his eye on it. Is when you hit that button, boom, that bait is going to tank. It's going to fall to the bottom. It's only going to be 3 or 4 feet off the bottom. It's going to tank. It's going to hit the bottom. As soon as it hits the bottom, it's going to muddy up that water. As soon as it does that, you're going to reel it 5 more times. 1, 2, and I guarantee you on about the 3rd or 4th reel, boom, that striper is going to crush that bait. The white bass is going to crush that bait. He's going to hit it. These fish like to feed near the bottom, and that yo-yo technique is going to put more striper on your home lake in your boat. Give it a shot. Give it a try. It's called the yo-yo technique, and I guarantee you it puts fish in the boat. So that's one way. Another way, Mr. Noel is going to explain how to catch striper.
But before I go into that and explain that, Dominic, I need you to put your pen away because you're over there taking notes. I see that, brother. Mm-hmm. Hey, stay away from big line, 20-pound test line. You know, this fish will get, line chai out there. So you want to have 15 pounds, 12 pounds. Use the color of the water. If it's like a dark green or if it's like a clear grayish looking, stick with white. Stick with something light. And believe me, you'll feel that bump. Your hook setup will be a whole lot better than that. So this fish will get shy with a big old thick line out there. So
the other thing with light line, it helps the lure have a better action to it. With the heavier line, the lure doesn't have as good of a flutter to it.
Correct.
So with lighter line, that lure has a better natural curve to it and stuff like that.
And your
so
line,
make sure you go with a little bit lighter line. Like I said, around the 12 to 15 pound range on a. If you're using a lighter lure, of course, if you're using a ½ ounce or something like that, then you probably want to use like 10-pound test. But up to 1 ounce, around 15 pound is about as heavy as you want to go.
And you know what? I want to use a perfect example too. A lot of people are thinking, you know what? The reason why I go with 20 test pound line is because they're afraid of bust the line or lose the fish. I promise you that's not going to happen. Perfect example. Aaron Greer, one of my customers, was fishing on an ultralight tackle reel, 6-pound test line, and we had a 12-pound leader on there, and he was catching 21, 22 inches hybrids on that. So way to go, Aaron.
Yeah,
so you're not going to lose.
That was a fun deal to watch.
That was a fun deal. So learn how to use your drag. You won't miss any fish. Don't go heavy line. Just go 12, 15-pound test line. You'll have fun.
And
promise.
if you want to, put a heavier leader on so the teeth don't chew it up as
That's
bad.
right.
But other than that,
Good. Okay, so
I think this is the best recommendation we can give to put fish in the boat this summer. Just by the way, because you wrote it down, it's right there. This is the best thing. This puts more fish in the boat than anything else. Is this recommendation right here? All right, go ahead, babe.
Okay.
No
This
pressure.
is it. This is what you gotta have. If you're striper fishing or white bass fishing on Tawakoni in the spring or summer, you gotta have this. A good pair of binoculars. It's a small investment for a big return. So many times we're on fish and we're on fish and then, oh my gosh. And it's smart to slow down. But every 10 minutes, you're going to see one of us four picking up our binoculars and looking around. And then boom, there's another school. There's birds working. So it's a very small investment for your return. You're going to want to get binoculars and see what's going on in the rest of the lake. Oh my goodness gracious. He's
We don't have a
so
binocular.
I like to grab my binoculars and put it on my cell phone.
We would like a binocular sponsorship. If anybody out there's got a good
Yeah,
pair.
if
Do you
you're
have any idea what it's like working with three men?
Steiner
all
or
the time?
Swarskowski
It's always
or
like this.
if
Craziness.
Leopold is watching,
Anybody,
give us a call. You can call me directly,
That's right.
and we can handle this.
903-441.
3937.
You can also book a trip there.
Look, Kinsey, I want some new boots. If you're listening.
By the way, we got a guess the weight contest
Yes,
too.
let's do guess
For
the
more
weight.
freebies and stuff like that, we have RSR lures for the guess the weight. And actually, the guess the weight, the reason I get to announce it tonight was because Mr. Travis Foxglove caught that fish with me, actually on one of my winter catfish trips.
Yeah.
But
Way to go, Mike.
we were also
Catfish trip.
no, we were also catching some big striper and hybrid in the areas, dead sticking some big bite jerk minnows is what we were fishing. Anyway, they're not flukes.
Too technical.
Flukes, yeah. I can tell you what they are. But anyway, Travis caught that fish, and Travis is actually from Alaska, but him and his wife Natalie came down and fished with me for 3 days, and I believe they're living in Washington State now. And Travis actually said on there, he said, "I know the weight, so don't tell anybody." And he didn't guess the weight himself. I'm telling you guys, you are doing a good job on this guess the weight thing because everybody shot right around it. In fact, I had to go back and really think, how many ounces was there between here and there? But anyway, we had 2 correct guesses, but the first one,
That guessed it is the first one.
the first one to guess it, and he hit it right on the nose, was Mr. Mark Wells at 16.3. And so you win a RSR Lures package.
Yeah.
And good job on that. And that's what we're catching them on right now is those RSR Lures. So if you actually Facebook,
Yep.
Which you do because you're watching.
right? If you
Yeah, tell them where they get it at. Mike Thompson.
just give us a shout out, Mr. Mark Wells. We'll make sure you get hooked up with your RSR lure package.
I don't think I'm sitting talking.
Hey, you know what? It's not worth the deer. That's the
Yeah.
deer face right there now.
Where's that deer?
Deer that like.
Does anybody see a deer?
This isn't as easy as you guys think. Trust
Right.
me.
Anyway, congratulations to Mark Wells on guessing that accurate weight of 16.3.
There was a lot of guesses right
There
in
was
there.
a lot of guesses.
That was a big fish.
We had 16, 16.2, 16.3, 16.4. A couple of our regular customers. Shout out Randy Duke. Like I said, you missed it by that much. But anyway, it was 16.3. So RSR Lure giveaway. You win your package.
Philip
Mr.
Walker.
Mark Wells. Contact Philip Walker. By the way, Philip, good to meet you the other day. Finally, put the face behind the man of the plan. He brought us some more lures and stuff. Anyway, contact either Philip Walker or RSR Lures on Facebook, and he will get you hooked up with your package. If you need more information, let us know.
Some quick shout outs real quick. We got Tommy Robinson, we got Debbie looking, we got Val Mina, and thank you so much for tuning in. Let's see here. We got Terry Jean, David, Thomas Rose, thank you so much. Like and share. Keep on hitting those thumbs right there. We like those all day, every day.
All day, every day. All right, let's give away another neck gator. This is for sharing the live feed last week, and this goes to
And this has the Lake Tawakoni God Service logo on it.
Lewis Cindy Parker. So I guess y'all kind of do like we do. Michael Dash, Terry, Littlejohn. So Lewis Cindy Parker. And these are these really cool neck layers.
He's got one right here already.
Look at.
One's open.
Okay, yeah, there you go. Well, this one's open too now, but
I would put it on, but I don't know where it's been.
Yep, that's right. Look at there. Look at those logos,
it probably
guys.
smells.
Smells like fish.
From Lake Bridgeport.
Tommy Robinson.
What's an A-rig? Randy Duke, an A-rig is a Alabama rig. That is about 5 or 6 swim baits, all tied together in one. A-rig.
Julio Posadas, shout out.
Okay, Kyle Wilson had a question. Mr. Kyle, I want to try to answer this question. How do you know where to throw your cast net when you see them coming across your screen? I run the Solix 15, which is a Humminbird unit, but can't find out where to throw when I see them across your screen. Any help would be appreciated. Kyle, you are not alone. Every guide in the country wants to know the same answer to the same question. Here's what I would tell you. If you're fishing in the winter and you're trying to catch bait in cold water, pay attention to your Solix in deeper water, 20 foot or deeper. If you're trying to catch bait in the spring and summer, don't use your locator as much as you do the signs of the birds and the pelicans and things like that are going to give you, and the flicks of the bait on the surface, they're going to give their location away. I really believe that a lot of people get too tied into trying to use their locator to find the bait in the spring and summer when their very existence is given away by things they do, such as the little flicks on the water, the birds near the bank that are giving away the bait. But going back to your question, if you see bait on your screen, you want to make sure that it's in the upper part of the water column. So if you're in 40 foot of water, anywhere from 10 to 25 foot, and you want to make sure it's speckly and it has a big red return on your Solix. And you need to throw towards the back of your boat because that's where your locator is located.
Absolutely.
If you got a 4-foot boat, you got to remember your transducer is 24 foot from probably or close to where you're standing. So you need to get to the back of your boat, throw off the back of your boat, and try to catch those fish. I have a difficult time, most of the time, catching bait that I mark in open water on the screen. A lot of the bait is isolated. It's sitting in a very small location, and you can miss it real easily with a cast net, especially if you don't open that cast net all the way open. So shallow water, springtime, summer baits, much easier to catch, and use the natural signs to catch that bait. So hope that answers your question, buddy.
We got a question real quick from Randy Smith. He actually asked, how do I book my trip on a calm day? Well, it was blustering winds today, and we caught them, so that's not necessarily a necessity. But if you do want to book a trip on a calm day, hey, just look at our schedule, because we do have some openings here in the next week or so. Go to extended forecast on the weather app. If you believe in the weatherman, hey, that's the best way to try to guarantee
and book within 48 hours.
That's a great idea.
We do have a few 48-hour. Like I said, we have a Thursday opening. I don't know. I haven't looked at the weather for Thursday.
Sunny and pretty. A little bit of wind.
I don't know how big the wind is. I know Friday we're expecting another big chance of rain because I do have trips on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But anyway, so just look at your weather app, extended weather app, whatever it may be, and then look at our schedules, and then see if we have an opening that day.
And our schedules
other
are
than that,
on
I
the
mean,
website.
we're not
Shout out
Mother
to Charles
Nature
Gibbs.
as much
How you
as
doing,
we want
sir?
to be.
TawakoniGuideService.com. Right on our homepage, you'll see a blue button at the top that says Book Your Trip Now. Click on that, and you see our calendar pop up, and so you can see who's available, check the weather, and that was a great answer. So,
Bobby, man, how's it going?
great answer. You got anything else, Miguel?
I don't really see anything right now.
You know, we do a lot of share. I share the Tawakoni.com a lot, so if you're following me or you're following Mike Thompson, just follow us on Facebook. We're always posting reports. We're always putting pictures up. So definitely do that.
We've got some openings next week too, guys, during the week. So fishing's a lot better.
I'm reading
during the
on
week.
questions, y'all. So if you have some questions, now's the time.
Fishing's a lot better during the week, guys. There's a lot less pressure, especially when we've got birds working, fish schooling, so.
Absolutely.
I mean-
Fishing's off the charts right now. Like I
Yeah.
said, half-day trips, it's nothing to get a limited fish for 3 or 4 guys. I know we both had trips today, and I almost limited out. Michael did limit out. And so, like I said, just make sure you book a trip right now because the bite is great, guys.
Yeah.
Like I said, whether wind conditions, not wind, like I said, I know we're going to be fishing in the rain or a good chance of it here in the next few days and stuff, but I don't see that being a problem either.
That's
So-
right. That's right. And I want to say one more thing before we sign off here, guys. We're coming into the season that is when we catch most of our fish the entire year. Okay, so we catch thousands and thousands of fish every year, but this is the season from April through about August where we really put a tremendous. Our electric fillet knives do most of their work from April to August. And if you've considered booking a trip or you've considered getting out and fishing with us before, now is the time to come out, spend time with your friends, family members. If you've got a nephew or a niece that needs to get on the boat and experience a catching trip of a lifetime, this is the time of year to do it. You can catch them morning and afternoon. Someone says, you know what, I work mornings, I'm off in the afternoons. Guys, we run afternoon trips. We run morning trips, we run afternoon trips, we run channel cat, blue cat, we run hybrid striper, white bass, and the questions we've got coming in right now, what about the crappie? Guys, the crappie are getting ready to turn loose. Could we go out and catch crappie today? Yes, we could. In another couple of weeks, we're going to really be able to
We want to make sure and put you on those numbers of fish if you're going to do a crappie trip. So with that said, like I said, it's just around the corner right now. But like Michael was saying, the numbers trip, y'all are used to seeing us over the last couple of months holding these giant catfish up, and 4 or 5 of them a day. We're all doing this, and we got slime across everything.
What a great
And it's a great time to go out if that's the kind of trophy fishing you're looking for. But if you're looking for numbers of fish, action, nonstop action.
And it happened overnight, light switch.
Yeah.
And,
Just happened.
yeah. The fish just got back in the lake, but guess what? They came back in numbers.
Yep.
True Tawakoni style right there. So if y'all have any questions real quick, post them up. Other than that,
we're going to wind down. One of the things I wanted to reach out, most people in the viewing area have been familiar with the Fox Sports Outdoors Report, which is hosted by the Mr. Barry Stokes. Barry's been reporting in the North Texas region for over 25 years on bass, crappie, and all the different species that grow in our region. And Terry is actually going to be, Miss Terry right back here, is going to be hosting a segment on the show called Ask the Pro. And it's on Fox Sports Outdoors. She's recorded several of the different questions and answer sessions that she's done. Those will be coming up on some future episodes, and we'll let you guys know which ones they are so you can watch her be on the real television set versus the Facebook Live feed. But with that said, on behalf of Mr. Noel, Mr. Mike T, Mr. Big Cat himself, Miss Terry, we want to thank you guys for logging in. We can't wait to get to share the boat with you guys this summer, hopefully with your kids, nephews, aunts, grandparents, everybody else. We can't wait to get to fish with you guys and clean some fish for you guys.
even if it's somebody you just met on Facebook. Hey, guys.
Oh,
if you
yeah,
go
y'all
on
all
there,
get together.
Yeah, y'all get together, go to some fishing forum or whatever it may be.
Yep.
Say,
right.
hey, we want to split a trip. I've had guys do that here
Oh,
lately.
yeah, we have a big trip coming up, a
right.
3-boat trip.
Yeah,
2 day, yeah.
We've got
Love
some
it.
people that actually just met on
Got a quick
I don't
question
know
here.
what forum it was, but hit some of your friends up on Facebook and stuff like that. Say, hey, man, we want to split a trip, and hey, I've only got $125. How about everybody put $125 in? You can come out and book a half-day trip just like that.
You're so smart, Mac.
Hey,
I didn't come up with
hey,
it.
Mr. Barry,
Some customers came up with it.
you were asking about the hybrid bite, if it's on bait yet. They began to bite bait. They're biting artificials better right now, but you can catch a few fish on live bait right now. That bite will get better on the bait as we get later into the spring and summer. So we will see you guys next week, and we'll be reporting back. Hopefully we'll have some great reports for you guys. If you have any questions, Go ahead and send them now because we'd like to get prepared
That's
so we can have those.
Some of that payback from
Easy
I was
now.
so gonna pull your pants down. But you
No, this is PG.
I'm sorry.
All right, we'll see you guys later. Y'all take care.
Bye.
Gotta go. Bye-bye.